16 years on, Nepal's rape victims have reignited their call for justice. The country's Maoist insurgency ended in 2016, bringing to a halt years of ugly conflict. A conflict where many women were sexually exploited, killed, and even kidnapped. Years later, the women are once again crying for justice, narrating their horrific ordeal in hope of getting recognition. Here now is a report.
Beaten and raped by security officials as a child, Meera is among the many victims of Nepal's civil war. Back in the last 90s and early 2000s, guerrilla attacks and forced disappearances were a part of the Himalayan nation's daily life. The conflict ended in 2006. 16 years have passed since then, and only 2 people convicted of their heinous crimes. Many victims like Meera are now frustrated with the government's ignorance. They have decided to take the matter in their own hands. They are demanding justice, recognition by narrating their ordeal out loud. In 1999, Meera was just 12 years old when she was arrested by the police for participating in a cultural outreach program run by the Maoists.
They would not stop raping, no matter where they kept me. I was beyond recognition. My face was swollen, my body was swollen, my back and feet hurt. I have a lot of health problems. My uterus keeps hurting, my body hurts. I have to keep taking medicines.
More than 17,000 people were killed in the conflict. Many thousands more forced to flee their homes before a settlement was reached. As part of the 2006 peace deal, many promises were made, including the one of impartial investigations of wartime atrocities. The deal, however, lacked one important thing. No provisions were made for survivors of sexual violence. Those who were less willing to report their experiences were left out of an interim compensation scheme for conflict victims.
We were sacrificed in the state's war. We were raped. Why did the state not address us? At least it should help us with our livelihood. Do we not have a right to live? We were used as weapons in the 10-year conflict, and now they won't even let us live.
The problem must be officially addressed. Incidents of rape have taken place during the 10-year war. The government must admit this and address this. No one has said it in an organized way. We are the first.
Nepali society traditionally ties chastity to the honor of women and their households. It is a stigma of rape that often compels victims to keep silent. Already suffering from physical and mental trauma, those who do come forward are often ostracized by their families and faced with the tough choice of supporting themselves. Nepal's 2 transitional justice commissions began operations in 2015, but they have failed to resolve a single case. They have received more than 60,000 complaints of murders, torture and unexplained disappearances. But only some 300 cases of rape and sexual violence have been registered by the commission.
It became an easy way out to say that no cases have been filed. There are no records, so there must be no victims. That is how this issue has been overlooked. We've seen an attitude of denial from the state.
Critics say Nepal's truth and reconciliation process has been poorly designed from the outset, that it has been plagued by chronic funding shortfalls. There is also a lack of creating a secure environment for victims to come forward and report a life-changing trauma. Relive the horror, hard to forget. South Asia Bureau, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.